Truth is like the sun. You can shut it out for a time, but it ain't going away. I'm not trying to be sexy. It's just my way of expressing myself when I move around. Rock and roll music, if you like it, if you feel it, you can't help but move to it. That's what happens to me. I can't help it. Rhythm is something you either have or don't have, but when you have it all over. The image is one thing and the human being is another. It's very hard to live up to an image, put it that way. When I was a boy, I always saw myself as a hero in comic books and in movies. I grew up believing this dream. A live concert to me is exciting because of all the electricity that is generated in the crowd and on stage. It's my favorite part of the business, live concerts. I was an only child, and mother was always right with me all my life. I used to get very angry at her when I was growing up. It's a natural thing. Adversity is sometimes hard upon a man, but for one man who can stand prosperity, there are 100 that will stand adversity. The next thing I knew, I was out of the service and making movies again. My first picture was called GI Blues. I thought I was still in the army. The colored folks been singing it and playing it just like I'm doing now, man, for more years than I know. I got it from them. From the time I was a kid, I always knew something was going to happen to me. Didn't know exactly what. Every time I think that I'm getting old, and gradually going to the grave, something else happens. I like to sing ballads the way Eddie Fisher does and the way Perry Como does. But the way I'm singing now is what makes the money. The closest I ever came to getting married was just before I started singing. In fact, my first record saved my neck. I knew by heart all the dialogue of James Dean's films. I could watch Rebel without a cause 100 times over. I'll never feel comfortable taking a strong drink, and I'll never feel easy smoking a cigarette. I just don't think those things are right for me. I'll never make it, it will never happen, because they're never going to hear me 'cause they're screaming all the time. Man, that record came out and was real big in Memphis. They started playing it, and it got real big. Don't know why the lyrics had no meaning. I sure lost my musical direction in Hollywood. My songs were the same conveyor belt mass production, just like most of my movies were. I don't think I'm bad for people. If I did think I was bad for people, I would go back to driving a truck, and I really mean this.